Hey citizens of Mountain Home, Mayor Sykes here. And as always, I'm excited to share with you the big projects the city has completed in 2023 and what we have planned for in 2024 in this year's State of the City address. Idaho is a great place to live, work, and play, and more people are finding that out each and every day. This growth is evident throughout our state, and now our city is seeing it too. In 2023, our building department issued over 180 building permits for residential dwellings, and we saw many housing developments break ground and build homes for our growing community. Recognizing this growth, city staff have worked very hard to continue to provide a great level of service and quality of life, public safety, and infrastructure while preparing for the future needs of our citizens. Quality of life represents the well-being of a community, and providing opportunities for citizens to enhance their lives is crucial for cities to be successful. Our Parks and Recreation and Library Department have absolutely crushed it in providing programs, activities, sports, and upgrading spaces. With over 500 participants in our soccer program, it's safe to say our youth programs are thriving. Along with sports activities, Parks and Recreation brought new programs and events to our community last year. They hosted their first annual Kids Festival, introduced programs like Stay Mindful Through Art, and raised over $2,500 for the Ready, Set, Play program, a scholarship program for kids to join recreational programs for free. The library increased their free programs and their selection of books by joining the Links Library Consortium Courier. Citizens can now check out a book from over 1.8 million book selection, and if it's not in our library, the courier will bring it to Mountain Home and you can have it by the end of the week. The library also increased their programming, included teen coding, junior hangouts, and youth city council. This council has its own set of bylaws, goals, and prepares their own agendas and minutes for meetings. Volunteerism is their mission, and their goal is to bring events targeted to teen population. As with most of our projects, grants are a big portion of the funds that last year the library was able to complete, and they were able to complete a few of those projects from those awarded funds. They increased their ADA compliancies by upgrading booth patio doors to fully automatic doors and upgraded their emergency exits for ADA compliancies as well. Grants and partnerships helped bring the Story Stroll project to completion last year. Among with this mile of walking paths, citizens now can enjoy a book either by reading the pages in the panels or scanning the QR code and listening to the audiobooks that are on the file. This project was a library-based project, but with its placement on the walking path, our Parks Department played a huge role in bringing this project across the finish line. The Parks Department upgraded a lot of facilities this last year, including resurfacing the tennis courts, adding an outdoor pickleball court, and replacing a much-loved playground in Carl Miller Park. They also added lighting to the basketball courts at Legacy for safety and extended play. In this coming year, our Parks Department is focused on continuing to make upgrades to our facilities for safety. We hope to see new bleachers at Optimus Park and a new playground at Richard Aguirre Park. This playground will be our first fully compliant ADA playground facility equipped with inclusive play and soft fall rubber flooring, which makes the toys wheelchair accessible. Speaking of increasing safety measures, Parks also hopes to add some trail lights to the walking path in the coming year. Public safety is another important aspect in cities, and our fire and police department worked hard in 2023 to bring our citizens the best quality of service while growing departments, training, and leading new practices. Our fire department increased their readiness for responses by updating their training calendar to increase training by up to 38%. They also brought to this council and implemented a new city fire code for all residential dwelling units with attached garages to have heat alarms installed in garages at that time of build, making Mountain Home the first city in the state of Idaho to require this safety measure. In 2024, the fire department is looking forward to growing their department and completing the purchasing and approval and process for a wildland urban interface fire engine. Our police department increased their team size with several new officers last year while maintaining a post-recognition of 100% compliance on training. A few of our officers also became The department also focused on officer recognition and building strong connections throughout the community. In 2024, they'll be hosting 2 community academies, a class for citizens to learn about the inner workings of the police department, a 6-week class that takes you kind of behind the badge. Throughout these classes, like citizens' rights, city code, and jurisdiction of the police department. The police department also hopes to gain citizen understanding through education. They are currently hosting their community academy in June and will host their teen community academy. So if you have a teen that would be interested in being part of the free courses, contact the police department today. The third important aspect of services necessary for cities to provide is infrastructure. Infrastructure begins with streets, freshwater services, wastewater services, and most recently, broadband internet. Our streets department replaced a lot of road lane miles of streets and sidewalks in 2023. Portions of West 5th North saw a complete reconstruction along with South 10th, East 10th, East 6th, and South 14th. These projects included new streets, new ADA compliant sidewalks, new stormwater mitigations, and on South 14th, a new roundabout. This roundabout was part of a much bigger project involving water as well as wastewater. The South 14th project also put in the infrastructure for the city to connect Well 17. Our water and wastewater department also started the relocation project on 8th and 6th last year and will be finishing that up in the coming months. The relocation is moving the water and wastewater pipes from where they currently are under the hospital to where they should be, under our roads. Our wastewater crew has cleaned over 13 miles of sewer main and land applied over 189 million gallons of treated wastewater in 2023. Mountain Home holds the title for the largest land applicated sewer lagoon system in the state of Idaho. And I think we're going to hold on to that title a little longer as we look into expanding and adding a 10th cell to our lagoon. Our hope is to pay for that project entirely on grant dollars and not to have to take out a DEQ loan on behalf of the city. Another title we do proudly own is the second city in Idaho to operate internet as a utility and provide it through infrastructure to our citizens. In May of last year, the City Council approved and opened Local Improvement District Number 1 for fiber optic internet. This is Mountain Home's first optional local improvement district, meaning if you don't want it, you don't pay for it. We are still actively working through lid number 1, and so far, subdivisions Stormy Mountain, Stone Tree, and War Eagle are completed. Fiber crews are working in Silverstone, and they will lay out the fiber in Bel Air subdivision later this year. All of our infrastructure services are citizen-owned and fee-based, and many of you pay your fees here at City Hall. City Hall upgraded a lot of their digital services last year, making things a lot more accessible for citizens. Licenses, permits, public record requests can all be done online now. For those who don't love online, that's okay too. Our staff is here always 8 to 5, 5 days a week to help you with those requests. We also added a TV in the lobby here at City Hall for citizens to see what's new and in and around our town. Another new addition to City Hall was the Information Technology Department, also known as IT. Instead of contracting these services, we are finally in-house, and it has been a great having that asset right here instead of remotely. We are looking forward to expanding our services here at the City Hall, including online cemetery services. By the end of 2024, we hope to have launched a new program making finding your loved ones at the cemetery easier. There will be an online link, a QR code at Mountain View Cemetery, in which citizens can look a name up, and essentially it will provide directions to the plot, much like Google Maps. It will also provide aerial views and let you know what plots are open and if you're looking to purchase a space. You will still have to purchase those in person, but we are looking forward to providing this new services to our citizens. Our Community Development Office went through some transition last year, and we're excited for this new year to come. Planning and Zoning is looking at our city code and updating some of those dated codes and definitions, as well as adding some missing pieces of our code. Our Economic Development Office has been hard at work working with local businesses in our community. This year, Economic Development is bringing back Lunch and Learns. a free class quarterly hosted in City Council chambers and taught by Small Business Alliance. While trying to grow commercial industry, Economic Development is working hard to bring additional resources to our local businesses and focusing on business retention and expansion. If you're a local business or looking into starting your own business, reach out to our Economic Development Department on what free resources are available to you. You will be surprised. Last year, our development team also did a lot of development presentations with local groups and organizations. They are always open to coming to your group and discussing what is new, what is coming, and dispelling what is rumored. Economic Development really focused on a communication involvement last year and will continue to do so this coming year. Community involvement is important to all the departments here at the city, but that looks different for every department. Some work with the community every day. Others are unsung heroes, keeping the water flowing, the streets open. There are only 2 days of the year that every department chips in on the same thing at the same time at the same place. One of those days that I'm excited about is Spooktacular, our annual Halloween trunk or treat event. This event is hosted by Parks and Recreation, but every department plays a role in making that event happen. Last year, we shut down East 2nd North and 1 lane of traffic on Main Street to create a safe environment for families to come down, trick or treat for free at businesses and civic groups that decorated the elaborate trunks. Our fire department hosted their haunted house. The library gave away over 385 books at their booth. Public Works staff helped set up the booths, and this year our police department and City Hall partnered together to create Jurassic Park Jungle for kids to go through on the route. Spooktacular continues to grow each and every year, and that's not only because of the city departments that all chip in, but because of the community also chips in. Thank you to our businesses and local organizations that all came down, decorated, dressed up, and participated. The city does the logistics, but it's because of the community that it has become one of our largest events. Other events that is hosted by the city and involves all hands on deck is our annual holiday parade of lights and Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Throughout the whole month of November, you will see crews from all departments putting up the lights, decorations, and Christmas trees, all in preparation for this very special day. It takes more man-hours than one can count, but we do it for the community. My goal has always been to create a hallmark moment for our citizens, and one of those moments is at Christmas time. This event wouldn't be possible without the community support it receives, from donations, supporting the annual Festival of Beer, being part of the Parade of Lights. We couldn't do it without our citizens. Again, thank you to the community members that come out and be part of these awesome events. One of the groups you will always see volunteering for these events is Richard McKenna High School. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about their great accomplishments without talking about theirs and the Mountain Home High School's. Last year, Richard McKenna, Hostess Chaptered, went to regionals with 8 of them getting first place in their respective categories. 3 of those students even went to nationals. For senior projects, Richard McKenna students raised over $1,500 for various local nonprofits, including Positivity's Rescue, Backpack Bridge, and the Ronald McDonald House. As a class, they raised over $2,400 for the Pet Haven Cat Adoption Center. They also participated in National School Choice Week and joined Governor Little at the Capitol Hill for the proclamation signing of this very event. Mountain Home High Schoolers also joined our elected officials on Capitol Hill. Our Future Farmers America students went up for National Ag Week and a few proclamation signings themselves. Mountain Home High also sent 14 teams to state competitions last year, and countless golds, silver, and bronze medals returned home with them. Congratulations to our bowling team, wrestling team, ski team, speech and debate, FFCLA, Nerdfest, Esports Club, Business Professionals of America, track, shooting team, golf team, cross country, swim team, choir, and drama club for all making it to state last year. Students from Mountain Home High School also banded together to form You Are More Club, a club whose goals is to promote mental health awareness and stomp out bullying from our community. Their mission is to remind every Tiger that they are more than they realize. I think we all can learn a lot from our youth, and especially these youths. Thank you, citizens. for allowing me the time out of your day to share great things of 2023 and what's to come in 2024.